Not so big.
Yeah, for sure. And what's going on here to say?
Maybe I shouldn't say that.
Yeah. Well, why not? I mean, we have a toddler. Life is hard. That goes without saying. I'm Bowie. Hey guys, how's it going? The Escalantes here, and we're wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we wanted to create this video to recap our year, 2023, as well as to share with you guys a little bit about what the Lord has done in our lives this past year. So to begin our year in January, we were in our apartment in Grand Prairie, and later on we're going to talk about how we ended up moving into our first home. And so in January, that was just the beginning of our year.
In March, we took our first family trip and we went to visit Death Valley National Park in California, as well as family and friends. And it was just a great time enjoying God's creation with our son, who was 11 months at the time. And so that was an adventure.
So a unique feature of Death Valley National Park is that there's this area of the park where it has these huge sand dunes, and they're very beautiful. And so Caroline, Boaz, and I, we climbed to the top of one of them, and that was really special, really unique. By the way, big shout out to our buddy Arnold for letting us borrow all of his camping gear. Seriously, the guy has everything you can think of when it comes to camping, so big thanks, man.
So after our camping trip, we spent some time with family, and of course, we love getting together with all of our friends in California, and also attended...
That's Boaz. He woke up from his nap.
We also attended our dear friends Robert and Rachel's beautiful wedding.
Yeah, I can go again. Coming. Bowie, are you gonna sit with us to record? Something tells me he's gonna play with the camera gear. Did you wake up from your nap? Yeah.
Mama.
Yeah, Mama's downstairs. Boaz just woke up from his nap. Say good morning, Bowie.
Yeah. Yeah.
You say hi.
I.
Attended our dear friends Robert and Rachel's beautiful wedding.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Congratulations to Robert and Rachel. What was that? 9 months ago. That was a lot of fun, and we really enjoyed just seeing you guys begin your journey of marriage together. Moving on to April of this past year, it was Boaz's first birthday, and so naturally we had to celebrate with Nana and Papa back in California. So we traveled to do that, and that was a ton of fun. I know Boaz really loved it. And thanks, Mom and Dad, for putting together a really special party.
So during May and June, we spent time exploring our local area, just branching out to other surrounding cities and experiencing what the feel is like there, in case that may be a place we wanted to look for a home. We also had a lot of friends and family come and visit. So my parents came, and our dear friend Maria from California, my good friend Ingrid from Kansas, my sister Lydia, possibly more I'm missing, but just a lot of fun time with friends that the Lord's blessed us with.
Yeah, it was around this time where we decided that we wanted to really focus our efforts on trying to save for our home. And so we really began just branching out to our local towns and seeing what they were like, so we could kind of narrow down our search of where we wanted to move. In July of this year, we celebrated 4th of July with Caroline's parents, my mother and father-in-law, Randy and Suzanne, in their hometown of Sterling. And that was really special because Sterling observes an old-fashioned 4th of July, as they call it. And that was filled with activities all throughout the day. We participated in a 5K run through the town. There were turtle races and a parade. And that was really fun because we actually were able to be a part of the float that my mother-in-law, Caroline's mom, had put together. And that was a really great idea by Suzanne. And she really has a heart for evangelism and for the people of this town in Kansas. And so it was just a ton of fun to be able to come together and to make that happen.
After our trip to Sterling, we came back and started our house hunting process. So we visited several homes each week, just seeing what was available in our area and what God might have for us.
During this time, we visited a plentiful amount of houses, probably around 25 or so, and just going through them one by one, seeing different things that we liked about certain houses, different things that we didn't like, and just refining our search even more.
So as you know, house hunting can be a little daunting and a bit discouraging in our situation. I'm just seeing kind of what was out there wasn't quite what we were looking for. But God saved a perfect house for us because it had been previously sold and then the contract fell through. So they put it back on the market and we're trying to just sell it quickly. And so there was an open house and we got to come see it. It was beautiful. And then we made an offer.
Yeah, and what was really fun about that house hunting process was I, of course, being a filmmaker, as you can probably guess by watching this video, I went ahead and made a little introductory video about our family to kind of give to prospective home sellers and little business cards. And if you guys are interested in that, you can check out a link to the video there in the corner. And so we just really enjoyed making that, but also just praying that God would provide us with the right home in His good time. And praise Him, He did. He very much did. A huge thing that happened in July, easily the highlight of our year, was Caroline finding out that she was pregnant with our second child. And we ended up taking a gender reveal test and finding out that it was a girl. And so we're anticipating our little baby girl to come in March of this coming year, March 2024. I think the due date is March 23rd. So for sure, the highlight of our year.
So just a few days after I found out that we were expecting our second child, the Lord provided a home for us. Our offer was accepted just a few days later, and we were able to anticipate the move from our one bedroom to a home to raise our family in.
Another fun thing that happened in July was that my family came to visit me for my birthday. And it wasn't just my parents that came, it was my siblings as well. And it wasn't just my parents and my siblings, but it was also my grandparents, my dad's dad, and my mom's mom. So that was just a really fun time, being able to show them around DFW and share with them a little bit of the treasures and the joy that we've found here living in this part of Texas. So that was definitely a fun part of July as well.
In August, we moved into our new home. My mom came to help me clean before we moved in, and then Matthew's parents flew from California to help us make the move. And also a big thank you to our church small group for helping us with that. It was a great blessing.
Yeah, moving into the house was certainly a huge blessing and also a highlight of our year. It was just such an answer to prayer like we had talked about before. We currently live in a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom house. I think it's about 1,600 square feet, a 2-story house, and it's very beautiful. The renovators who owned this house before us, they did a fantastic job, and so we just couldn't be more thankful to the Lord for providing us with the perfect place.
And with an extra bedroom now, we'd love to have you come visit us. So be thinking about when you'd like to come.
Moving on into September of this past year, a highlight was that we had the gender reveal party that I had mentioned before, where we officially discovered the gender of our baby. So the way it worked was that Caroline took a test and she had her friend Grace receive the results. And without us knowing, she went and bought a big old balloon filled with either pink or blue confetti, we didn't know. And then we had a little party, and at the end of that party, we popped the balloon, and lo and behold, out came pink confetti. So that's how we learned that our next child was going to be a baby girl. And so that was such a fun time in September.
In November, we took our first family backpacking trip. So I was 20 weeks pregnant at this time, and Boaz is year and a half, so took it easy. It was just to a local state park, but it was a great experience, and we learned that maybe we'll wait a little while before the next backpacking trip as a family.
Yep.
Maybe I shouldn't say that.
Yeah. Well, why not? I mean, we have a toddler. Life is hard. That goes without saying. I'm Bowie.
Boaz did great. He just now has a phobia with trees because a limb crashed right
Mama,
nearby us.
Mama, Dad.
Boaz, can you tell them about when we went camping and the tree branch that fell?
Yeah,
Was it scary?
yeah.
Tell
Yeah.
the camera. What happened
The tree branch, remember that it fell?
with the tree?
Yeah,
Made you sad?
yeah.
In November, we went to Sterling, Kansas to go have Thanksgiving with Caroline's folks. And that was a really sweet time, just spending time with them. Oh, and on Thanksgiving Day, it snowed 7 inches there in Sterling. So we had a white
Mama.
Thanksgiving,
Up.
and Boaz had never seen snow before, so it was fun taking him out, taking him sleighing through the street, and it was just a lot of fun. So that was a highlight of our November this past year.
In December, I took my first solo trip with Boaz, and I went to visit 2 of my sisters who live in Florida. And I also got to see a really good friend, Heather, who's moved to Georgia. And we got to spend some time together. And Boaz got to spend time with 9 of his cousins. So there was 10 altogether, and it was a lively time.
And we wrapped up our year in California by spending Christmas with my folks. We were there for about 5 days, and it was just good to see them, but not just them. We also saw a lot of our friends in California, just spending time fellowshipping with them, and it was just a really sweet time, just catching up. Well, guys, that was our year in brief and review, and we hope to see some of you guys who may be watching this video. And feel free to contact myself or Caroline, and we'd love to schedule to see you sometime this next year. And so with that, we want to thank you guys for watching this video, and we hope that you have a happy new year. God bless you.
Say bye-bye.
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 Bye.
See you later.